homicide, it's a suicide. Tell him seeking you will find, cause I'ma lose my mind. Kick a nigga ass, then give him my shoes to shine. It's do or die, I come from where we used to crime. The ooze and nine, more important than school supplies. The blues is dry, my niggas and the food is fried. The news is lies, the pigeons is too spook to fly. The rules denied, all the toughest goons is mine. That's Tunch's slime, they kill you and go do the time. We unified, y'all money revolutionized. The new design, we had to leave the flukes behind. They're supersized, the numbers through the roof and sky. Don't look too surprised, look through the lines. We making moves and stride, grooves and vibes. I'm too alive, these hoes need to be supervised. They put on a cute disguise, you grooms is blind. She get dick in the Uber ride, number 2 with fries. I'm pimping, now who am I? I'm who and why. I'm rude and kind, my cars are computerized. I'm cruising by, smoking blunts, Ruben size. You fools can try, these tools getting utilized. You euthanize, put the skirt, shoot and drive.
You run to when you're down. I just wanna fly. I'ma show you tonight that I'ma put it on you, baby. Take you past the sky. I just wanna be.
Welcome to the Kobe Bryant Film Room, and I wanted to do this video from Ptii Productions. I thought this was a great video, man. He really showed out in this video and really put up a great compilation of Kobe Bryant and his thought process on people making excuses, right? The Mamba mentality, right? No excuses. I want to thank him for that because this is very inspirational stuff, and I want to provide you guys with something to make you guys mentally stronger and give you a little peek into how I view life, right? Without further ado, let's get into it.
What I've learned is to always keep going, always. You know, there's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that, you know, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or indifferent, because eventually that storm passes.
So that's the thing, right? Like you said, eventually the storm passes. What does that mean? That means, man, if things go bad for you, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end. You think it's the end because it's not happening. It's not instant gratification, right? It's not happening right then and there. But you have to be patient. You don't know what God has in store for you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep going, keep walking.
Can you assess exactly what went wrong? Was it too many injuries? Was it Shaq's foot at the beginning of the year? Can you begin to assess why you lost this series?
No, I mean, you know, we have a million and one excuses that we could go to. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to make it. They played better than we did this series. We had opportunities to win it. Didn't go for us.
So, here we go. Let me rewind that. This is why Kobe Bryant is my favorite fucking basketball player of all time. Listen.
Million and one excuses that we could go to. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to make it.
The reporter was making excuses.
At the beginning of the year,
So look, Right here, the reporter was making excuses, was getting ready to give Kobe an out, right? Say, hey, you know, it's because of this. Kobe cut him off and said, nah.
You begin to assess why you lost this series?
No, I mean, you know, we have a million and one excuses that we could go to. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to make it. They played better than we did in the series. We had opportunities to win it. They didn't go for us. You know, so we just have to regroup. Like I said, next season starts right now. You know, come back next season.
See, and that right there is the sign of being a fucking man, bro. You go out there, you fell short, it hurts, it stings. You worked all year for it, right? The easiest thing to do is blame your teammates, make excuses, shit like that. What do? He put it on his shoulders. The nigga said, I'll be back next year. You're gonna work his ass off to come back, to be in that situation, to face that same team and get revenge.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I push myself to exhaustion. With what you just said, it sounds like
the work ethic was unfucking believable, y'all. Let's go back, man. I know y'all probably like, damn, why you reminding this so much? Y'all need to hear this shit, bro. Because we lost in 2023. We lost what being a man is about. A man doesn't make excuses, y'all. That's not manly. That's why it frustrates me so much when niggas keep making fucking excuses. Listen to this.
And when a storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or different, because eventually that storm passes.
Can you assess exactly what went wrong? Was it too many injuries? Was it Shaq's foot at the beginning of the year? Can you begin to assess why you lost this series?
No, I mean, you know, we have a million and one excuses that we could go to. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to make it. They played better than we did in the series. We had opportunities to win it. They didn't go for us. You know, so we just have to regroup. Like I said, next season starts right now. You know, come back next season and play.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I push myself to exhaustion. With what you just said, it sounds.
See, this is the thing, right? What's important about what he said is, in that moment, he could have took away from his opponent, right? He could have made the excuse to say, oh, you know, it was my foot, it was my back, it was my arm, right? Shaq was going through this, I was going through that, Phil was dealing with this, death in the family, car crash, my dog died, all sorts of bullshit to cover up for the simple fact that his ass ain't get it done, right? And when you do that, it takes away from the team that beat you. Be a man, lose with dignity, right? Lose with dignity. You can lose. It's okay to lose. You're not going to win every fucking time. Lose with dignity. Tell the other man that you got the best of me. That's fucking manly. Not this, oh, well, my big toe was hurting. And what type of shit is that? You're taking away from the people who beat you. Give them their proper due for getting the job done.
Like, you think that if you're going to make it, you're going to make it no matter what. And if there's no like, oh, well, things didn't go your way the first year and it ruined the trajectory of your career. It's either you have it or you don't.
That sounds like excuses to me. I mean, you got to figure it out. Right? If you really have an obsession to figure it out, you will figure it out, right? And every puzzle is constructed differently. All right? AI's situation when he came into the league was different than mine. Mike's situation in Chicago was different than mine, right? Everybody has a different puzzle, man. You just got to figure out your own puzzle.
So everybody's situation is not the fucking same. That's why when niggas keep crying and saying, well, Kobe had Shaq, niggas, so what's that got to do with anybody else? Kobe was drafted to that team. Everybody ain't gonna start off. That's not life. Everybody's not gonna start off on the same playing field. Some people have rich parents. Some people have poor parents. You have to put forth the effort, no matter what. The same applies no matter what position you're in. Right? Now, would it be harder for you? Okay, yeah, but guess what? Winning feels better when it's harder. Right? It's more rewarding when you overcame something. Not taking the easy way out, not taking the shortcut. Right? Everybody doesn't start off the same at the same starting point. That's why when I hear niggas say that, it's like, well, Magic had Kareem, okay, and he was drafted there. That doesn't take away from what he was on the court.
For my wife, it's, she's as competitive as I am. So she's like, listen, man, if you're going to be out here training 8 hours a day, if you're going to spend 9 months out of the year away from your family, you better fucking win the championship. I think it's how you negotiate with yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. Is we talk about the mental side of it, but then like, what does that really mean? Like the thoughts that happen in your mind when you're going through a competitive situation or you're facing a tight deadline, you still don't have the idea yet. What happens inside of here? You talk yourself out of it. You say, okay, well, it won't be a big deal if I don't do it, or I don't have to get up on a Tuesday morning to go ahead and hit the track. What does this day really mean in the long scheme of things anyway? It's just one day. Mm-hmm. And when you have those conversations with yourself, are you able to negotiate your way out of, that little, voice telling you it's not that important, or does that little voice get the best of you? I think that's what separates people going to do great things versus.
And see, that's the thing about life, right? That little voice always gets the best of us sometimes. Hey, yeah, don't do this, man. Hang out with us, blah, 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 blah. You should go do this instead of dedicating yourself. And so the thing is, those are excuses, those are shortcuts. Oh, I didn't do it because, I'll get around to it later. No, do it now, right? Don't wait till later, right? I'm up late doing this video right now. I'm tired. Still did the video. Why? Because I wanted to deny myself of giving myself an out, right? It'd be easy for me to just roll up in the bed and not give my best foot forward, making a video for y'all, right? But guess what? That's not who I am. I'm the type, I'm gonna push myself. You know what I'm saying? And I expect everybody who's watching this, right? I don't know what you believe in, right? I believe in God, right? And the thing is that if you work hard and if you pray about it, then if you give it your all, then you can live with the results. Whatever results it is, you can live with it. And you can look in the mirror, you can stand tall knowing that you gave it your all. If you aim for an A+ and get an A or a B, you're not doing bad, y'all. But if you aim for a D and get an F, probably deserve the F.
People who don't, or people that do great things, but in an inconsistent. When we say this cannot be accomplished, this cannot be done, then we are shortchanging ourselves. I knew that I was not going to be stopped. So at the age of 18, this was my life, right? So you can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. Even if you want to spend the time on it, you can't because you have other things. You have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won. And that's the thing.
That's all right. Yeah, that's right. Never doubt yourself, y'all. Never doubt yourself. Because meanwhile, you sitting there doubting yourself, the next man is not doubting himself. When you walk up to a girl and you're nervous and you don't know what to say, the next man knows what to say. And it's all the confidence thing, right? It's all the confidence. It's all swagger. That's what we call swagger. Just belief in yourself, right? Okay, if I fail and, I'm on to the next great thing. Failing is a part of succeeding. That's why people don't understand. They look at percentages and they say, Kobe can't be clutch. Mike can't be this clutch. Kobe can't be this clutch. Because look at his percentages. He missed more than he made. But that's what makes him clutch. They don't understand. Because they're looking at paper. They're looking at big numbers. That's what makes them clutch. The risk. They're not being afraid to fail makes him win. They don't understand that. When they point at those low percentage numbers, they don't understand they're proving he's clutch. Because he doesn't give a fuck. He lets it fucking fly. Right? Chances. The more chances you take, the more you're gonna fail. Right? If you play the lottery, you're not gonna win every fucking time you play the lottery. But guess what? If you don't play at all, you won't win at all. If you don't take the chance, you're not ever gonna win. If you never walk up to a girl and ask her for a number, or talk to a girl, or have the confidence to talk to a girl, you're never gonna, unless she comes to you, which you can play it like that, but unless she comes to you, you're gonna be at 0%. And you could say, well, 100%, and you could say, oh, that's a great percentage. I'm at 100%. But are you, if you never ask? But if the person who asks, or the person who opens up their mouth, is at a less percentage, do they have less of success? I want y'all to think about that shit.
Important is understanding that we have to have so much energy, because for like Natalia and Gianna when they were babies, especially Natalia because she was doing prime years, and I go to practice and I'd train and I'd play the game and I'd come home and I'd be sore and I'd be tired, and she wants to go swimming, she wants me to take her to the park, she wants to just jump on my back or whatever the case may be. You can't say, I'm too tired, I'm going to lay down. That's not fair. She don't know what the hell's going on, right? And if this was a game, you'd suck it up and play. I play games with the flu. I play games with 102-degree fever, man. You can't do that. You can't. So powerful. Right? You gotta be on, man.
See, and that's the thing. His attitude was, nah, I'm not gonna shortchange my daughter either. Right? I'm not gonna shortchange my job, and I'm not gonna shortchange at the house too. A lot of us, we shortchange one or the other. We shortchange one to satisfy the other, when really we should have the same amount of energy for both. You can't be a world-class athlete and a greatest athlete but a shit father, or a shit athlete and a great father. You have to balance it, right? Whatever you do, you gotta balance it.
I think it's just finding what it is that you love to do. Like I don't feel like I worked a day in my life. It's hard work as it's defined by the world, but to me, there's no place I'd rather be. Like you can't, I'd rather not be anywhere. I'd rather be on the track at 4 in the morning running wind sprints and, then be in a weight room at 6, and then be on the court at 9, and then, train till 3, and then be back. I'd rather be doing that than anything else. So it wasn't like it was hard work. I just found what it is that I love to do.
And I think one of the things that for some, if you follow basketball or not, that you and Mike had in common is that it wasn't, hey, I'm going to take 8 games off this year to try to stay healthy. The mindset of, like that to you is comical, right, to do that.
What the hell is that, man? I don't know what that is. That's crazy. Seriously, it's crazy.
That's a shortcut. And as you notice, right, the guys who are doing this load management stuff, they're still injured, or they stay injured. Why? Because they're taking a shortcut. They're not allowing their body to get used to the grind of the NBA season. So these guys are trying to take a shortcut and trying to miss games, and the teams are trying to hold these guys back so that they can play them at the end. But one thing about the game, you can't cheat the game. You're gonna get what you put in. You know what I'm saying? Period.
You got a lot of people paying their hard-earned money to come watch you perform. It's your job to be in shape. It's your job to be strong enough to perform at that level
James Harden.
every single night. And as a competitor, I'm not ducking shit. Like, it's not, oh my God, my back hurts, I'm sore, we gotta play Vince Carter and Toronto Raptors tonight. We actually had this happen. We had a game against Toronto in 2000. And Vince was tearing the league up. My back was jacked. But like the perception of that, like what? Kobe's missing the game against Toronto and Vince Carter because man, my back was really spasming. But people will be like, what? Oh, he's ducking Vince. Excuse me? No, I don't think so. So I would be.
And so that's the thing, right? Is that I was mad last year when Joel Embiid didn't play Jokic. Because I was thinking, yo, this is an opportunity for you to step on him again. But, you know, he sat out. And I'm like, yo, people going to get the impression that you ducked this dude. I got the impression that he ducked him because he beat him once and then just disappeared. And I'm like, yo, why don't you... Because, listen, this is the thing, right? You can beat somebody once. To me, that's front running. My thing is you beat them, you beat them as many times as you possibly can. You show people, hey, I'm not afraid of this dude. I can crush him anytime I want. And as a competitor, you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You don't, in my opinion, you don't sit out those games. You know, you find a different game on the schedule if you have to sit out due to being in so much pain. But you suck it up and you play those games. Plus, you don't want somebody having a mental edge over you, thinking, oh, this dude's a fucking coward.
In a layup line, like, okay, there's a lot of days where, you know, you can rest and recover. Today ain't one of them. Your back can bother you any other day. That shit ain't bothering me today. He gonna have to see me today. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
All of the smoke.
What I always try to do through injuries is not think about it, because when the game itself is more significant than the injury, you don't feel the injury. The injury won't get in the way because it's not important to you.
You know, as time goes on, I'm sitting there, 70, 80 years old, and I'm going to be wondering if I could have come back from this injury. I don't want to wonder. I want to find out.
We got to get to that 60-point game.
I want to see, man.
We got to get to that game.
Yeah, if like the critics are out there saying he's done, he'll never come back. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're not. But let's find out.
Well, it's been tough.
And I think that's what fucked up Kobe's career too, is because he tried to prove people wrong about him being done from that Achilles. And when he came back, it hurt his averages. I think those last 2 years killed his averages, man. And now you got clowns on the internet acting like he wasn't that guy. But Kobe wanted to prove the critics, or to himself too, that hey, I'm not gonna let this shit beat me. And you know, he's a warrior for that shit. I respect him for doing that. But I think ultimately it did hurt how people, stat nerds, well, it doesn't really matter what stat nerds say, but it hurt how stat nerds view him.
But you know, when I have tough situations, I try to look at them as challenges. I don't look at them as you know, something where it becomes a burden or something that's heavy on my shoulders. I look at it as a challenge. It's something that, you know, it's just a puzzle that you have to figure out no matter what. You pull your hamstring really, really badly. You can barely walk, right? Let alone play anything. Soccer, basketball, volleyball, whatever it is. Can't do anything. Doctor tells you go home, sit up on the couch, rest your hammy, right? Stay off of it, don't get up, no sudden movements. You're at home, all of a sudden a fire breaks out in the home, right? Your kids are upstairs, you know, wife is, you know, wherever she may be, you know, this shit's going down, right? I'm willing to bet that you're gonna forget about your hamstring, you're gonna sprint upstairs, you're gonna grab your kids, you're gonna make sure your wife's good, you're getting out of that house, right? Hamstring be damned. You're not gonna feel your hamstring, right? And the reason is because the lives of your family are more important than the injury of your hamstring. And so when the game is more important than the injury itself, you don't feel that damn injury.
And this is what puts him on another level. And people can go through stats all they fucking want, but this is what puts you on another level, bro. When you have the mindset, and this is just as a man in general, bro, you don't let nothing hurt your family, bro. You run through a wall, overcome whatever obstacle, whatever it takes to protect your family, to protect you and yours. You know, this channel, I wanted to make this channel about, you know, at first I wasn't gonna name it after Kobe. but I was doing film, and the film was based on Kobe to disprove false narratives. So it became the Kobe Bryant Film Room. But I really wanted to make this a channel because I noticed there's not a lot of manhood out here either. We have made a generation of people being sensitive, people getting hurt feelings. People don't want to talk about, people don't like the truth because it's too painful. It hurts too much. People are cool with underachieving. We're cool with participation trophies, right? Back when I was growing up, bro, when you lost, you didn't get shit, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, probably my age or older, came through the same way. You lost, you didn't get shit. You didn't get a damn thing, and you shouldn't. You should work hard so you can get that reward. You know what I mean? You should work hard so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't get anything. And I think the problem with a lot of these kids today is there's a prize for everything. There's a reward for everything. Some things you're not going to be rewarded on. If you're a good father, being there for your kids, you shouldn't get nothing for that. You shouldn't get anything for that. You should already have it in your mind that I'm going to be a good father. There shouldn't be no prize or no recognition for that. Oh, I'm a great mother. Okay, congratulations. You're supposed to be. Those are jobs that you're supposed to be great at. You know, these are not things you get a prize for. Recognition is fine, but you shouldn't seek it, right? And I think that we as a society, we're so used to giving things to people early. We want to give away this greatest of all time title, right? We want to give people defense. Hey, this guy's the best player, best big man in NBA history. We want to give people this title. The greatest, this is the greatest this, the greatest that. Has that person truly earned the title? The last video I did was about James Harden. I remember when James Harden was with the Rockets, they compared him to Wilt, Mike, and Kobe, right? Because he was breaking all these records. The defense could barely touch him. They done changed the rules to the point where you couldn't even breathe on a dude. And he was getting free throws. He was allowed to travel. He was allowed to push off. He was getting every single whistle in the book. And he got all the numbers, right? The stats said he was among those guys. But guess what? When he got to the playoffs, shit got tight. All that shit that he was getting during the regular season went away. And all those stats didn't mean shit. And he still hasn't won. Because we gave him shit too early. Now he's walking around saying, I'm the system.
Not at that time. You can't shortchange yourself. Like you're not cheating anybody but yourself. Right? I mean, you're tired. You're literally this far away from the line. Why would you not go that extra to touch the line? Right? So if I let him get away with that, right, all of a sudden he starts maybe to cheat something over here, right? Not give his best over here, not give his best over here. And as years go on, he's going to be he's not going to reach his full potential.
He's describing James Harden, guys. He's describing James Harden, right? Which is what I was just talking about. And then we have the nerves to compare this guy. And not just him, it's other guys, to these all-time great players who put in the work, who sacrificed. But guess what? The numbers don't fool me. I see all the numbers and all the big statistics and all he led the assists and scoring and all this shit. Those numbers don't mean shit to me because I see through his heart. I see through his chest. You can't fool me. I grew up playing and watching basketball and loved the game. You can't fool me. Basketball is not played on paper, y'all.
He's been taking these little shortcuts that just add up. And you can't let that happen. Our job as teachers, as mentors, as inspirers, it's our responsibility to hold
them accountable to those things.
That's all you need just to reload.
Yeah, because I'm already in shape. I don't need to sleep to be in shape to ready to go. I can run all day already. My stamina's already where it should be. So like whether or not I'm sleepy or not, you know, like being sleepy and then being fatigued are two different things. You know, I can play the game and be sleepy and not be fatigued. It's fun.
What's the least amount of sleep you play the game on? Is there a story where it's like, you know, no one knows about, where you went and played a game and it was so insane for whatever reasons?
No sleep.
You played a game with zero sleep.
Zero sleep. Zero sleep. It's like, you know, kids, you know, Natalia had a certain, you know, health situation or what have you, and you're staying up all night, and then you got to go out and perform because fans don't know, you know, teammates don't know, nor do they care, nor should they, that you've been up all night. You got to perform, right? And so you just gotta go to work, man. It's respect. It's respect and things like that.
See, there's no woe is me attitude. This is what makes you a strong man, right? When you understand the people around you don't care, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't care about what's going on in your life, because everybody's got something that's going on in their life. Right? The people who are the best are the ones who persevere through it. Trials and tribulations are going to happen. The people who persevere and push are the ones who are going to succeed. Right? So be that person who's successful, who's going to push, who's going to persevere, who's going to try and break every single record. And guess what? You know you're the shit when you break your own records, when you break your own standards or your own expectations.
And I say, listen, you know the answer to that. I don't know. Like, you know what makes you uncomfortable when you play. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing for kids nowadays, is that they want to rely on coaches too much and workout guys. You know, which is fine to have them help you work out, but you have to tell them what you need. Right? You got to be able to say, okay, I feel uncomfortable with this. And if you don't know, then you're not as prepared as you should be. Right? You need to know what your strengths and weaknesses are first. And then, you know, I can tell you some of the things, some of the rhythmic things, or some of the exercises, or how much repetition you need to be doing on certain things. But you got to know your game.
Know yourself. Be self-aware. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. That's beyond basketball. That's just life, period. And like I said, that's something that James Harden is struggling with. He doesn't have self-awareness to know to change his game, right? And so he thinks that everybody else is supposed to fit around him. But he forgot his boat didn't sail as one of the best players in the league. That shit, he's still a top player, but he's not amongst top 5. He's not even in the top 10. It's called self-awareness. And that's how you succeed too, is you got to be real with yourself. That's why you don't make excuses, because you're being real with yourself.
If anyone's going to get through this, probably you, right?
Oh, man. Shit.
Did you say all man shit because everybody's expecting me to be invincible, man? Like, freaking let me just play the damn game. I'm a human being. Is that kind of what you were thinking? Or was it like, the world expect me to come back in the next month because I'm Kobe? Like, what were you thinking in that moment with all that pressure?
I was thinking, like, I don't know if I can do this. Dude, Achilles were like the kiss of death.
Yes.
Athletes. Like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. There's so many factors. There's the surgery that has to take place. The surgery has to go well, right? And then it's a tendon. I'm not dealing with anything that's muscular or things that I can control. I can't control a tendon. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. And then thinking about what that process of recovery is going to look like. It's a long one. Do I want to do that shit? I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know. So that was the hardest part.
You don't know if you want to do it, or you don't know if you are going to be able to come back from it?
Both. Like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I want to do it.
Got it.
I mean, it's a long process. But, like, when I went in the trainer's room, my kids are in there, and, you know, they're looking at you and stuff, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, you know, it's all right. Dad's going to be all right. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. As a parent, you got to set the example. You got to set the example. This is another obstacle.
This obstacle cannot define me. It's not going to cripple me. It's not going to be responsible for me stepping away for the game that I love. I'm going to step away on my own terms. And that's when the decision was made that, you know what, I'm doing it.
And see, this is the thing, right? He wanted to, this is why the media doesn't like Kobe, right? And a lot of people don't like Kobe because he was a man's man. He wasn't going to let his children see him down and out. He wanted to inspire them, even at a point where he wasn't sure of his own destiny, right? He wasn't sure if he was going to come back. But guess what? He looked at them and told them, it's going to be okay, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to be that calming force. And he came back and he proved everybody wrong. He was willing. He came back from the injury. Now, he didn't come back the same guy, and that sucked. But that 60-point game against Utah, he showed his will. Because there's no player in NBA history who was able to come back at that age and put up 60. That's will. That's 100% will. He didn't have anything left in those tires. He played really, really poor basketball that season. But when you needed him for one last show, he gave it to you. That's will.
If you were to receive a compliment from one player in the league, whose compliment would mean the most to you?
I don't really care about any of it.
See, it's very simple because, you know, when you have a situation and you're struggling or you're going through something, and then you step on the basketball court or you're faced with that, you know, the fight or flight option, you have a choice to make. And to me, it's a very easy choice. I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to, you know, crawl up in the ball. I'm just not going to do that. So, you know, you can either let the situation continue to affect you, or you can win at something. So if you're struggling in this area, you don't want to struggle in this area too. You know, so you want to, you know, try to compartmentalize your emotions and focus on what you're doing at that moment in time. And you'll find that when you do that, it brings peace to other aspects of your life as well.
If I can work that.
Push through, right? You're feeling a certain way. Stop yourself and understand why you're feeling a certain way. You know, those emotions, you don't push them to the side. They're natural. You just got to figure out why you're feeling that way. You know what I mean? Once you understand why, you make sure, okay, what can I do to either make sure I don't feel this way again, or if you like the feeling, make sure you feel that way again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so make sure you control. One thing about being a man is controlling everything, right? Somebody comes in your house, it's your house. Your name's on the lease. You know what I'm saying? It's your car. Nobody can kick you out of your shit. You control everything. You make sure your emotions, nobody is able to push a button, because you're the only one able to push the buttons. Whether it's to motivate you or whether it's to put you down, don't give nobody no buttons to push. You know what I'm saying? Whether positive or negative, nobody should be able to move the needle on your life. You're in control of every emotion you have in every aspect of your life. That's being a man. You always remain in control. The moment you lose control and leave it up to somebody else, you're going to be fucked over.
Hard every day. With being blessed with the physical tools that I have, what would my career be? And I made a promise to myself from that day that I was going to work that hard every single day, so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, you know, I'd have something that was beautiful. But that was my philosophy. It seems like a pretty simple one, but you know, if you live your life to just get better every single day, you do that for 20 years, I mean, what do you have?
What do you have to complain about, right? And that's why he was able to walk away from the game with all of his respect, right? People respect him. Why? Because he made no excuses, right? He kept pushing. He broke through. He worked hard. He took no shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? He was an inspiration, right? And a lot of us, you know, Kobe had his faults. You know, no one's God, right? But a lot of us can take things from him. You know, his determination, his will. We can borrow some things from him that he had, some of these traits, and apply it to our own lives to be successful, right? And so, you know, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you, Ptii Productions. You did a fantastic job. Shout out to you for this video. Great compilation. This is gonna be part of the Mamba Mentality series. No excuses, y'all. None. Don't make none. It makes you look weak. All right, this is the Kobe Bryant Film Room, and I'll holla.
Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who run in this game. I'm busting them things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who run in this game. I'm busting them things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Yo, on the block that I'm from, late night is a hustle hour. Anything gets sold, weed, clothes plus the powder. Let's take a stroll, see what we looking at. Niggas used to cook up crack, now they learn to hack. 2000 and up, but everybody got another scam to get the buck. Demand a little buck, well here I am, fam. Damn, the pussy niggas with powers, the ones who put the paper to the plan, so I take it to the fan. Police swears krills the way I do it hand to hand. Plus I push the land cool with Muslim from the mosque, who told me God build on what you got and praise the Father. Respect, I started the army, now we up and running. Look, you dissed me yesterday when I was off, I'm on today, and now you up and coming. What a shame. That's what dollars do. What makes you think when I get on I'ma holla at you? You see how we do, you see how I dust this, frontin' like you're from the Ave, buster, bust this. Yo, it's the key to longevity, and I'ma show y'all niggas why they all remember me. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who run in this game. I'm busting the things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who run in this game. I'm busting the things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now.
Full throttle, full brown water bottle. We about to celebrate it like we just won the lotto. With money for the making and money for the taking. I could give a fuck less about anybody who's hating. I'ma conquer it small and conquer it all. And in a minute, I'm about to go bonkers for y'all. I'm out of control with it. When I start to stroll with it, with me and my militant mind, go ahead and blow with it. Take it to the top of the charts like 4th of July sparks. Make sure my beat sparks, meaning the heat sparks. Right or left, life or death, I give it everything I got to my last breath. 718, Brooklyn to the heart, the 5 and released from the dark. The fever's unleashed from the start.
Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who run in this game. I'm busting the things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who run in this game. I'm busting the things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Let's take another trip, see what we can find. A whole lot of niggas running out of time. Everybody scrambling to get a hand in. Everybody throwing bowls, but nobody landing. My plan is the fans and them got to hear the new shit from my mans and them. Niggas that I move with, what's the movement, son? First of all, eye on the night. The rest of y'all niggas rely on the light. Light beats, light hooks, light beef, and you shook. The rap game like the crack game, the streets is took. Believe me, that nigga selling you soap. You can tell the way he keep it shit clean that I'm selling you dope. So raw, so uncut. You you can smell it through the plastic. That be the classic acid. Black moon pass it, it's for the masses to get. Learning lessons when you wonder why your ass is kicked. Check it, it's the key to longevity. And I'ma show y'all niggas why they all remember me. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who running this game. I'm busting the things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who running this game. I'm busting the things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down, here to eat now. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who running this game. I'm busting them things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down. I'm here to eat now. Stay real, never change. It's a lot of suckers who running this game. I'm busting them things hard. Peace, God, there's no peace now. I'm here to tear the streets down. I'm here to eat now. It's a total motherfucking eclipse in this motherfucker. Taking your shine for a moment in time. Black moon, buckshot, 5 Ptii and evil motherfucking D in this motherfucker. Raise your motherfucking guns in the air one time. We about to get this shit live. Back to bomb, motherfuckers.